I do believe it is ET tech, but I will not say it definitely 100%. I will leave a 1% open for can it be terrestrial technology. People don't want to know. It's very easy to keep a secret nobody wants to know. And that's pretty much where we are. So it has to be done in a smart way. It really does. You can't just throw it out there and go, let's have catastrophic disclosure. I see that a lot. There's always, oh, it's a new whistleblower. You get it all excited. It's going to happen. And then, oh, no, it's not going to happen. And then time passes on. And, it's going to be like that for at least, I don't know. This is just my prediction. I have no inside information. Let's say like in 5-6 years, it's really going to start, waking up people.
Viene dalle montagne.
Prendi il cappotto.
No! Ho bisogno di te qui. Alla radio. Mi aiuterai a tornare indietro.
Ma io odio stare da sola, papà.
Non credo che lo siamo.
A presto, Sputnik. Passo e chiudo.
Let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not?
Ha visto troppi episodi di X-Files, secondo me.
Anche per me, accidenti.
Oh, cazzo.
Per la miseria, c'è qualcuno qui dentro.
Ferma! Polizia! Ma prendilo! Ho detto ferma! Polizia! Vieni qui,
Grazie per averci chiamato.
Luna piena, di nuovo.
Oh, sempre la stessa storia. Mezzo, inseriscilo nella lista se puoi, per favore.
Consideralo fatto, Gunnar. Allora, oltre alla Luna abbiamo interruzioni di corrente, satelliti, luci delle auto, obiettivo della fotocamera sporco, aurora boreale. Sacchetto di plastica mosso dal vento e un signore con problemi psicologici. Niente UFO neanche questo mese.
Io ho qualcosa. Riguarda il vostro presidente.
Ascolta, ho trovato questo nella cassetta della posta.
Oh, lo prendo io. Sto lavorando su una cosa.
Potrebbe avere qualcosa a che fare con l'improbabile coincidenza che tra tutti gli infiniti luoghi e tempi noi due siamo ritornati esattamente qui e ora.
Forse ci hanno dato una mano.
Chi è stato?
La tavola è apparecchiata.
Dimmi chi ci ha aiutato.
Pensavo non volessi risposte.
Dimmelo, che cosa abbiamo...
Prima il caffè.
Denise, che cosa hai visto?
Andiamo, Lenaro.
Servitevi
Chi vuole
pure.
un dolcetto?
Ah, questo mi piace.
Prendi, grazie.
Ah, sì, questo anche.
Sembrano
Gli passo il
ottimi.
piatto.
Acqua a te.
Aspetta, vuoi un po' di caffè?
Meglio uno, nel caso bevi qualcun altro.
Ne vuoi?
In
Ok.
realtà è buono, io...
Tieni il piatto.
Io ne volevo un altro, dai.
All right, Vetters, I have some special guests in the house. You've seen him before on the show. Dr. Dan is here, but we also have another guest. And I hope I say this right. Is it Renate? How do I pronounce your
Very
name?
good. Very good. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is that, a typical Norwegian name?
Well, not typical, but not abnormal either. I think it's like 3,000 people in Norway is called that, and we're 5.5 million. So, yeah.
Oh, the fact that you even know how many people are called that in your country, I wouldn't be able to. I don't have that kind of statistic for Patrick in America.
They all know each other. They hang out together. All the
yeah. Yeah, I love it. Renate Khan, and they just get together. No, that's great. I'm super excited to have you here and have kind of an international dialogue about something that clearly all three of us have a passion, may be too much of a word, but I think it fits appropriately, right? A passion for this UAP topic. And, something that I've found interesting, Renate, I have followed your Twitter account, and I've seen lots of tweets that you do, and I've always been interested in your take on things because you don't come from really the small bubble that I'm in most of the time, which is more American based, to be honest with you. And anytime I see other people outside of America talking about this, it's a constant reminder that this phenomena is global and worldwide, at least the interest in it. So I guess just as a quick question to kind of get us going, like what is your interest in UAP, and how deep does the well go?
Well, I would say that my interest is faster flight time.
Yeah.
I want to travel to America in a UAP. I want to go to America in 5 minutes instead of 12 hours or 20 hours. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. But it's a part of it though, because I would want everyone to be able to travel a lot faster. I want us to make use of this technology. That's my main reason. I mean, it's interesting, of course. You want to know, are there NHI, non-human intelligence? Who are they? What do they want? Their intent? All of these things are very interesting. But my main interest is actually just trying to save the world, right? Just getting that fossil fuel energy, getting rid of pollution, trying to get forward in the world, and make use of that technology. It's kind of irritating because there's so many problems in the world when it has to do with energy and pollution, and you have like almost the solution just right in front of you, and just scientists and people don't want to look, and it's frustrating. Because I mean, if the world was a perfect place and we didn't have any pollution, the oceans weren't dying and all that kind of stuff, maybe I wouldn't be so interested. But I think it's really important. We should utilize this. So yeah.
That's interesting. That might be, I don't know if I've ever heard that answer before from somebody, which is a great, interesting, unique take about the interest in this phenomenon, to be honest with you. So you run an organization out of Norway, right? Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Is it just called UFO Norway, or? Yes,
it is. We changed the name a year ago, and we didn't know there was so many paperwork attached to changing the name. So it's been so problematic. But before we were New Foes, but now we're called UFO Norway. So we're about 300 members or so in Norway, and we're like 5 members that run the show that are really active. And we have monthly meetings, and we have just had our annual meeting where we meet physical, and I was re-elected as a leader, which was great. And and we actually give out a magazine 4 times a year. So we have the editor that does a lot of work, puts in a lot of hours to make this magazine that we send out to the members. Yeah.
And what exactly does the organization? I mean, is it just your interest? Does that reflect what UFO Norway does, or is it more expansive?
Well, yes and no. We have on Facebook, we have like 2,000 members, and there's a very vast mass of opinions.
There's actually more UFO history in Norway than I was aware of, according to ChatGPT, assuming that that's accurate. But yeah, I'm interested.
It started in like with the ghost rockets, but in the 1940s. They were actually before Roswell. But most of them were in Sweden, but they also transcended into Norway and Finland. So there were rockets. They called them ghost rockets because they didn't have another name for it. But they were like rockets that just would come in, stop, and turn around and just go other places. And actually, there's this person that I know. He's a part of UFO Norway, but he has his own company. And he actually last year, I think, he's good at getting resources and he's very interested in this. So he's actually had an expedition to go out and try and find one of these ghost rockets. If they malfunctioned and fell into the water and was laying in under the water. And he's actually doing something maybe this summer as well. So he spends a lot of time and energy on actually going after and looking for these ghost rockets. Yeah.
Wow, that's fascinating. I never heard of that. What is the biggest case from Norway, you think?
The biggest one, I would say, is the UFO ring.
Okay.
That was a ring that was made in what year was it? It's about 1970 or something, I think. I've got it here, around 1970s. And one night there was a lot of commotion, a lot of sounds. The dogs went crazy, electric wires went crazy and such. And people also on the ships, on the boats outside of this island, because it's an island out in the North Sea, they would see strange lights in the sky and they would write it in the log. And also there was this woman who saw like a triangle, some kind of shape she saw in the sky. But all of these things happened, and then it was in the winter time. And then like 2 weeks later, they went around the island and someone was walking and they saw this huge ring in the snow. So the snow was melted away and there was this ring. And there are no roads there. This is out in the ocean and there's like one road and you have to go for a long time to get there. And when the summer came, they could see the ring, very obvious. And the ring is still there to this day in 2025. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I've never heard of that case.
Me neither. That's so fascinating.
I actually prepared something. Looky here.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the ring.
That's the ring.
Wow. 25 meters. Jesus.
Wow.
26, sorry.
26.
Yeah, wow. 26. Yeah, wow. That's insane. So what do people think it is?
And on the ground, this is what the crust, is that what you call it? Like pressed down on the earth is like this.
Yeah, the impression, right? The indentation.
Yeah. And it's still there today. And actually there was actually an investigation from the military, from the Norwegian military, that came up there. And they landed with an 8-ton Hercules helicopter. And they made no imprint on the ground. None whatsoever. So when they looked at this imprint, they could see that the stones had been turned into the grass, and some of the rocks were like friction marks.
Yeah.
On them. So they estimated that the object to make this impression had to be at least 50 tons.
Wow.
And they never found a conclusion. Some people said it had to be what we call in Norwegian like a mushroom ring. But when they came up and they looked at it, they concluded, no, it's not a mushroom ring at all. So there is no conclusion, and that's the only UFO attraction we have in Norway. There's this sign that says the UFO ring. Take that.
Was there any? Was the ground burnt, or was there any radioactivity? Or
no, I don't think they actually. I don't think they checked up for that, to be honest. Maybe the military did. Maybe I should ask them. That's a good question. Maybe I should ask the military, see if they have some documents from that time. You never know. I could ask them.
Because there's certainly been such, landings of craft that have left, evidence of their landing, burnt, scorched earth. So it's possible.
And also, it's a bit funny because the one woman, she said she heard all this noise and there was something weird. So she went out, but she went on the wrong side of the house. She should have been on the back side of the house. So when this reporter interviewed her, she was like, "Oh, did you see it?" And no, I was on the wrong side of the house. And then she said, "Well, what are you going to do if they come back?" "I'm going to buy curtains." "Why?" "So they can't see you." Okay. Yeah, it was a bit.
I mean, I guess that's a good solution, to be honest. So it's
They
really
should all
just
check the agricultural, the sort of plants too, because there's often an impact on vegetation and plant life and.
If it's still there, right? If the indentation is still there, because I mean, are they cutting the grass around this area? Is there grass in that area?
It's just grass. It's like an open field with just grass. I think it's just sheep or something that goes around there and eats the grass. It's like nature.
Interesting. Area. Sure. Yeah. Oh, that's still interesting. So in the middle of the circle, there's no disturbance. It's just this ring of sorts. Yeah. That's it. That's so interesting. Is the ring like symmetrical? Like it's a perfect ring? I mean, not perfect. It's longer shape, but you know what I mean?
If it was a perfect circle, I would have drawn a perfect circle. But it isn't. It's oval.
Sure.
Like an egg.
Well, what I mean is like, is the egg, whatever shape it is it symmetrical? Like the lines are perfect going around, like, like it was one object that indented, or was it made by one object, making in, you know what I mean? Digging into it.
It's the same all the way around. The only difference is that the depth varies from 5 to
oh, that's interesting.
Centimeters. That's the only
that's
difference.
Interesting.
Or else it's just kind of perfect around. Yeah.
Or egg shape. Yeah, like Dan said, the egg shape, which is interesting. That is kind of interesting. I don't know if I've heard of a case like this. I've never heard of a case with an indentation like this before. So this is unique to me.
Yeah, it's not so well-known case. For Norwegians, for the people who are interested, of course, we know of this. But
Sure.